Hey everybody, how's it going tonight? I just wanted to talk about some like recent pickups, some things I've been doing in my collection room, just uh, just some stuff like that, right? So recently, I reorganized a shelf over here, um, where all this over here, mainly these two shelves right here, were all 3.75-inch Star Wars. And this has just my books were running out of room, and I needed more room for my Masters of the Universe, Star Wars, um, more of my graphic novels, Beatles collection, music books, stuff like that. And so just and it seemed like every couple of days, my Star Wars figures would just tumble over. And so I just kind of left a select few of those up there on that top shelf, and I just packed several away because I was just getting tired of picking them up, and I like them. I like having them out and all that, but it was just like enough was enough. I'll get them out for videos and whatnot, but I just can't have like five or whatever it was, 200 figures on a shelf, and then when one topples over, 75 topple over or whatever. But that's what's going on there. Uh, Over here, I actually was so excited about that new Damian Wayne figure with the Professor Pig mask, and then I was like, oh man, I have no room for him. And let's take a look at what that looks like. There's no room for any more comic book style figures. I even have like the Dark Knight Returns figures over on my superpower shelf just because that's it. Like the next shelf up is like the 66 figures, and then the next shelf up from that's my movie figures, which I've got several of on display here. So it's like I'm full up. I could squeeze them in maybe, but um, I don't know. It's like that's it for that. And I do other things. I've got like movie collections and book collections, and I do like to have some room for musical instruments and video games and things like that in here. So I do gotta use my space wisely, I guess I should say. So thinking of that, here's some new pickups. I think I've talked about Lucius Fox a little here on the channel, and excuse my lighting if it's not too great today. I'm working in a different room, which I don't usually do stuff in the collection room, but I definitely would like to figure out how to do more of it because I would like to be not be bringing my figures to a different location in the house. I would like to be actually in the location that they're in more often than not. But yeah, Lucius Fox, he's a fantastic figure. My favorite thing, as I've talked about several times with the movie figures, is not only are you getting um, that character, but you are getting a one of your favorite actors. So in this case, Morgan Freeman. Now I have a really cool action figure of Lucius Fox, but also a Morgan Freeman figure. Same with Tommy Lee Jones here. Love this figure, not only for a cool Two Face figure, but also Tommy Lee Jones. He's really cool. And this gun came with the deluxe accessory pack, which that video has a lot of views on my channel. People seem to like that video, and it's a really cool pack. Another new pickup is this Blue Beetle. So, and he, of course, he belongs with my movie figures. He comes with several hands, and he also comes with his backpack with the wings on it. They released two versions of this guy, and this is the one. This one, if you are like, oh, he looks pretty cool. Let me see if I can get that on there right. I feel like he looks pretty cool. He is at Ross, along with the Arkham Scarecrow figure, $5.99 right now. So it's a complete steal at Ross if you're lucky enough to come upon them. Also, a lot of the what are they, 3.25 inch or 3.75 inch tall Marvel Legends figures, uh, the comic book style ones. A lot of those I've seen there for like $4. So if you're interested in, if you don't have this figure in your collection, he's really good. And if you're interested, if you didn't grab that Arkham Scarecrow, I saw like 10 or 12 of those just together. And you know, if you're kind of, if you want to get on those guys before the flea market booth guys get them, and then mark them back up to what they were at, you know, GameStop to start with. I just grabbed him off the shelf just because I wanted to look at him again. Really, he's a cool figure, and he goes with Lucius. Someone was asking me about the head of this Bruce Wayne figure going on Morgan Freeman, and the thing is I'm not a customizer, and I don't really feel good about trying to pull, you know, unless I know for sure about pulling the head off of a figure. I don't. But the thing is with this is the neck isn't going to be right, and neither are the wrists. So you're there, someone else maybe, but I don't really have a reason to take this head off. I feel like they might, if the rumors are true about them doing a Batman Begins line, they might take this head and put it on a suit style Bruce Wayne to fill one of those slots. So here's some possibilities. They could do like a Bruce Wayne in a suit. The Batman Begins with the cloth cape and the different kind of Batman Begins design suit. A Liam Neeson Ra's al Ghul, a Scarecrow with a suit kind of design, which is what I wish we'd gotten in the first place. That'd be an easy fix for them. And then they could do one or both of Commissioner Gordon and or Captain Gordon, however he is in that, and Michael Caine as Alfred, which would be great. They've just been killing it with Dark Knight figures, Dark Knight trilogy figures. So, and I got this bike out to start looking at it again. A lot of stuff. It's absolute Batman. Batman is on a motorcycle in that as well. Batman's on a motorcycle in a lot of recent media. And this cool bike was something I picked up last year at GameStop for, I mean, like, what, $7? It was on clearance, and it's still a really cool motorcycle. So really well detailed, really finely detailed. A lot of figures look great on it. So if you find that out there in the wild, several Batman figures look great on it. And I actually think it's, just depending on what you're going for, it's comparable to the Batpod. And again, depending on what you are going for, what with your look of your Bat Cave or your diorama or your shelf or whatever you're trying to do. And then I've kind of talked about like a DIY type of something before in one of my other videos. Well, this is something I kind of did, and you know, I'm not saying it's A+ or anything like that. Catwoman's sitting on top of it here. She's Arkham Catwoman. She's kind of a placeholder for until they make Michelle Pfeiffer Batman Returns Catwoman. She's stolen a ruby there, you can see. But I'm gonna take her down for just a second. But this is kind of like a thing I did with one of those like $4 plastic containers, makeup containers or whatever. You get at Walmart or Five Below. But basically, it's kind of like, okay, if I set him here, it's kind of like Batman's looking into his weapons at the Bat Cave, you know, beforehand. But basically, I got some putty. It looks better from afar up close. It's kind of great, and I'm sure a lot of this kind of just gives you an idea of something maybe you could do and do probably much better than me. Um, but basically, it's kind of like that thing. The idea of it is sort of the thing that comes up from the floor in the Dark Knight, where he's just kind of getting the things he needs. So I kind of just taped up some. I didn't tape them. I did some putty and put the batarangs up there. And it's not a neat job by any means. I just wanted to do it before I lost any more batarangs, because I lost the 89, or not the 89 Batman, the Flash Batman batarang that I loved so much. It was the silver one, and I was like, oh, this is just like my one that was with my figure that year when I was a kid. But I lost that one. I was like, I gotta get these taped up before I lose any more of them. And I've got like a weapon container now, but I was really, I don't know what I must have vacuumed it up or something. But anyway, I tried to get a lot of the things in here, and even some things from childhood, like the old grappling gun there, and some other things. And then here's the pack that comes with the Sky Grapple Bruce Wayne there. The sticky bomb. There's that. That's on there. I think he came with 2 of those. I think one of them may be laying on the shelf somewhere. And then there's just something. I think that's from the, that may be from the deluxe accessory set. I'm not sure. But that's just an idea I had, and you might, that's the way I did it with one of those containers. I just kind of thought it looked like, oh, that's kind of like the thing that came up from the ground, and it looks kind of fun on the shelf. But anyway, that's some stuff I've been doing, reorganizing, getting the Star Wars stuff off the shelf, getting some books back on the shelf, and then hoping that I do have room for new movie figures. So I would really like, I've heard rumors about Christopher Reeve's Superman coming out, so I do have room for that, and I'm looking forward to that. I would love to see any Batman 89 figures that are coming out. I'm really looking forward to that. So I hope they do a Joker and maybe another Michael Keaton, something like that. And then if they do a Penguin, Catwoman, Max Shrek, what if they did that? That'd be pretty great. So I'll make room for any movie figures. I'll figure that out. But I mean, I'm just out of room for comic figures. I don't know. I can sneak some on. But I do like these fun finds. Like, I found Blue Beetle. I mean, a $5.99 one. That's hard to pass up. But I did see a Reverse Flash for Injustice 2 the other day. But I was like, who does he go with? I don't even have a Flash comic figure. I don't have a Flash 7-inch at all. I have a Flash Superpowers figure, but that's it. So I was like, who does he even go with? But anyway, that's my story. I'm trying to find room. I'll squeeze guys in where I need them. But I'm a collector, you know. But I just got to collect what I can collect. And I hope you enjoy the journey with me. I've kind of been down a little bit lately, where I'm just like, you know, I see people who started before me or a little after me on the YouTube thing. And I feel like I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. And I'm kind of at a loss of what kind of videos to make. And then I'm like, oh, I didn't do this to get views or, you know, become a superstar or whatever on YouTube. I did this to have fun and share my hobby with whoever wanted to share their hobby with me. And I like, you know, the back and forth or whatever. And it's something fun to take my mind off the world, you know, and I hope you guys enjoy that. But it is kind of frustrating sometimes, where I'm like, you know, sometimes the views are down or things like that. I think that can get to you, and I think that's, I got to take my mind off that kind of stuff and just get back to this, which is what I was doing it for in the first place, was just to collect and have fun. This is the escape, right? Just like music's the escape, right? So is toy collecting. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Toy collecting is the escape. Toy collecting is what it's about. Having fun, being nostalgic, and somebody wants to, you know, comment, somebody wants to watch, that's fun too. And if you want to comment, if you want to tell me if you've been collecting these figures, if you found Blue Beetle at Ross. If you found Arkham Scarecrow, awesome. I hope you enjoy him. He's a great figure. But I'll try not to get too down. I'm pretty happy where everything's going, but not trying to be Mr. Beast or anything. Anyway, have a great day. Have a great week. I hope everybody in different parts of the world who've had some terrible weather are doing better and making ends meet. I'll see you soon. Enjoy your toys.